Welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at another Ryzen PC that I built a few years ago. And the customer recently upgraded their GPU and now they're having an issue where they're not getting a video signal at all. So we're going to go ahead and jump in and see if we can figure out what's going on and see if we can get it fixed. And first I noticed that the PCI Express power connector was not all the way plugged in. So I went ahead and shut down the PC, got that plugged in, and we'll go ahead and power it back up and see if we can get a signal. And unfortunately, even after doing that, we're still not getting a video out signal. So if I remember correctly, when I built this PC, there was an issue with the case, and I'll show it in a little more detail here in a little bit, but I think that may be what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and get everything removed from the case. We're going to try to get this hooked back up outside the case, and then we'll see if we can get a video signal. It may be hard to see in the video, but the motherboard has something almost pushing from the back. So it's pushing up on the motherboard. It's not letting the GPU actually sit down into PCI Express socket. So we'll go ahead and look into that and see what's going on, and I think that's the issue. And we're also going to do a case swap in this video, so I'm also going to kind of use this as an opportunity to go over what you would do in those situations. So first, obviously, you want to get everything out of the old case. That's what we're going to do here, and then we'll test it, and then we'll get it all in the new case. And here's the culprit right here. These are actually riveted into the case, and instead, in most other cases, they are actually screwed in. They're motherboard standoffs that screw in. So that's what's causing the issue. The motherboard that he has does not screw in right here, so it's pushing on the back of the motherboard, and even though I tried to grind it down with the Dremel and cover it in painter's tape, it's still causing issues. And the PCI slot where the PCI bracket slides in are also not in the correct location. So overall, this case is just designed badly, and that's what's causing the issue. So we're just going to keep getting everything out and get it swapped into the new one. So while we have everything out of the case, we're going to go ahead and get it cleaned up, and then take the time while we got it out to get it all plugged back up, make sure that it posts, and then we'll get it in the new case. And just as I suspected, everything is working perfectly fine outside of the old case. So let's go ahead and get it all in the new case. So when I removed the GPU the first time, it actually popped out the retainer clip. So we're going to get that popped back in, and we'll keep going. Now that we're getting everything cleaned up, we can start the process of getting everything in the new case. And along with cleaning up the power supply and any dust, we're also going to get these new fans installed. And this is a Lee & 011 Dynamic. I think it's the mini version of the case, but it supports full ATX boards and all that good stuff. And overall, it's a lot better. It's a lot easier to build in. It's a lot cleaner, and overall a better experience. And I don't know how much he paid for it, but I definitely do recommend this case if you're going to go with an all-white build. It is very easy to build in. It can get a little bit tight in a few places, but overall, it's a good experience. So I'm going to quit yapping, enjoy this little montage of me getting everything put together, and then we'll follow up here in a little bit. And this PC is looking pretty good, all things considered, but there are some issues that we need to address. These fans need to be reversed, so I'm going to go ahead and get that done. And I ran a stress test off camera. I should have got some capture of it, but the GPU die hotspot was getting over 90C. I just didn't feel comfortable with that. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out the thermal paste on this brand new GPU for some KPX to give it a better chance to last a lot longer and run a lot cooler. So we're going to go ahead and get the GPU pulled out, get that done, and then we'll get it all back together. And now that we got everything back together in the PC, I wanted to run around in Rust really quick. The customer plays this quite a bit, so I want to make sure it was running smooth. And we're getting solid FPS, and the temperatures are perfect. And here's a final last little look at the PC, and this thing is ready to go. I will see you in the next one, and I appreciate it. Thanks.